Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm making jalapeno poppers. We're having a little RV park cookout. So here are the jalapenos that I'll be using. I actually got some pretty good ones. When I do these poppers, I try to get the real fat ones so I can stuff them with the cream cheese. So all you need is some jalapenos for however many people you're having. I've got 8 here. This will make 16 poppers, completely enough for the people that are here. I've got some bacon and some cream cheese. And then aside from that, you just need toothpicks, a knife, and a spoon. And I use a plastic spoon to scoop the seeds out. You don't have to necessarily devein them, but I like completely get everything out of there because excuse me, a lot of the kids don't like spicy stuff. So I get in there, and I found that if you use a metal spoon to scoop out the innards, that sometimes you actually slice some of the pepper away, and we want to keep as much of the pepper as we can. So the first step is, let me get this out of the way. This is super easy. We do this every Sunday with our neighbors. We each like kind of make something. So I am making jalapeno poppers, excuse my dogs, jalapeno poppers, and then I've already got stuffed mushrooms that I already made earlier, but I thought that I would film this part because it's just super easy and it's a really good appetizer. So first thing I did was I of course rinsed the jalapeno peppers. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just take off the caps here. And I tried to get you all as close as I possibly could because I feel like in past videos it's like super far away. And I'll show you up close too. So I just literally slice off the tops just like so. And then cut them down the center. Okay? So that's literally it. Just right down the center. And then I scoop out the insides with the spoon, and I'll do it on this plate, and you'll see that the plastic spoon is just much easier because it doesn't cut anything else. It really just takes out what you want it to. I'm not cutting the sides of anything. I feel like it might be a little more tedious just because you don't have that metal cutting, but you're not taking off the sides of the jalapeno. So that's literally what I do there. So I'm going to do all of that, and then with all of these, and I will show you the next step. All right, you guys. So once the jalapenos are all gutted, they should look something like this. They're all sliding. I divide them into 2 plates. So I've got, because I do 2 batches in the air fryer, because first of all, they wouldn't all fit, and second of all, the air needs to circulate, and they would not cook properly, even if you did try to stuff them all in there. So the next step, sorry I already opened this, is to take the Philadelphia original. I usually use the 1/3 of the fat brand, but they did not have it in the large container, and I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough. So next step is just to stuff them. So once you half them and devein them, you want to just pat them dry with a towel. You don't want them to be completely dry because they'll lose the moisture in the air fryer. And I know jalapenos are juicy anyway, but it really helps the bacon to cook if they're not like completely dried out. So I'm just going to take some of the cream cheese, and then right at the end there, I put the scoop, and then all I do is just slide it on back, and it fills it. And you might have to do it a couple times depending on how big the jalapeno is. Oops, sorry. Almost knocked you over. So, just like that. It's messy, but it's worth it. So, what do y'all do on Sundays? What's your ritual? Do y'all cook out? Do you eat out? What do you do? I want to know, because this is ours. So as I've said in other videos, my husband is an ironworker foreman, and we live in our RV. That's our life. And we've been in multiple RV parks, and this is definitely our favorite. It's like a family here. Everybody is here working, and we have big cookouts every Sunday. We hang out. We're kind of all here for each other. It's pretty cool. So I know there's lots of stereotypes with RV parks and living in an RV or a trailer park or whatever the hell, but I think it's pretty fun. So anyway, so I'll probably also film, like, I'm just doing this on camera, but I'll show you, because everybody pitches in and you kind of get a little bit of everything by the time all is said and done. So I'll probably show you the final plate of everything that we bring home to eat, because yeah, everybody just kind of brings their food and chips in. So it's like a big family meal. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to be here with my husband. Some of the women and men here working don't have their significant other or husband with them, so it's just kind of nice for them to be able to hang out with people, not be alone, not eat alone, because I luckily have not had to experience that, neither has my husband, but I assume it gets pretty lonely. It's just nice to eat with somebody, have a meal with somebody else. But that's also part of my Italian culture too. Like to eat together, share food, cook for one another, all that good stuff. So here is half the batch here stuffed with, let me pick a good one, with the cream cheese. Ooh, they're slippery. So, like I said, it's pretty messy. So I'm going to finish doing this, and then I will wrap them in the bacon. Alright, y'all. So now that I've got the cream cheese all on the poppers, the best part, the bacon. So what I do to wrap these, it's very simple. It's not rocket science. None of my recipes are thus far. I can make more in-depth recipes. It's just that I haven't got any requests or anything like that. So if y'all want to see something, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it. Anybody can cook. I just want to tell everybody that. Anybody can cook anything. Not that this is necessarily cooking, but anybody can follow a recipe. Anybody can make a delicious meal. If you've got a recipe to follow, if you make it more than once, you get your own variations and your own way of doing it, and it becomes really, really fun. And it's a hobby of mine. I've been cooking since I was young. My dad's a chef. My mother's Italian, so you know, good to go there. So anyway, so I am just going to take one of these slices of bacon. Okay, so let's do this one first. So I start at the end, not the open end here, the closed end, and I just wrap it, wrap, oh, this one's kind of broken a little bit, and wrap. And I do make sure to close the end off where the cream cheese is. This piece of bacon is kind of a piece of shite. So anyway, usually it closes a little better. Because in the air fryer, although it doesn't have the same effect as a grill where the cream cheese will just like melt out. That's why I do it in the air fryer, because we've had disastrous events with jalapeno poppers on the grill. But yeah, I like to close that end off just so the cream cheese doesn't melt out. And then I also put 2 toothpicks, one on either end of the popper, because that air fryer really, really, really crisps these babies up. And I've done it once before without the toothpicks, and oh my gosh, the bacon gets so crispy and perfect that it just like kind of starts to unravel. So that's how I normally do it here. This is a better piece of bacon. Just close it off there like that, and then put the toothpicks in. I'm sorry, those are my dogs. Put the 2 toothpicks right there, and then I just keep doing that. And you can This is like a very, very simple variation on the jalapeno poppers. I mean, this is like a basic shit. You can put chive and onion cream cheese in. Oop, I didn't really close it off very well. You can put, they have a spicy jalapeno cream cheese. I just don't do that because our nieces and nephews who live by us now do not like spicy stuff. Only one of them does. Just one. So I try to make things pretty bland. But you can put, I mean, you can put anything in these. You can leave out a little of the cream cheese, and you can put chicken, you can put, I mean, vegetable, anything. Anything can go in these. You can completely make up your own concoction, and it'll be delicious. Whatever spices you want. If you want to put, I've had friends that have put like Cajun seasoning on the cream cheese, and cayenne pepper just to make them spicy, black pepper, salt, just to give them a little more flavor. Like I said, I just keep these bland because of my nieces and nephews, but you can really, really do anything with these. I've actually seen them at the grocery store pre-made, which I refuse to buy because I like all the fresh ingredients. But I've actually seen ones that have been stuffed with seafood, which I don't know how good that would be, but hey, if that's your jam, get it. So I don't think I would probably go that far, but if that's your thing, then there is no problem with it. Do whatever you want. I believe cooking is a creative art form. You come up with, oh, that one kind of squeeze the cream cheese out of. You come up with your own concoctions, your own ways of doing things, your own spice combinations, whatever you want. I mean, it is literally, that's why I love cooking, because it's just so open-ended. You can really do whatever you want, and it's pretty cool. So anyway, so I have half of these. This is the first batch, so I have half of them all wrapped. I am going to wrap the other half, and then we will put them in the air fryer. Alright, you guys, so here's the first batch of jalapeno poppers. I put the second batch in my fridge, and they are going in the air fryer. So I'm just putting these around. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, my arm. Let me reach over. So you want to space them out so that the air in the fryer can circulate around them. That is, however, the point of an air fryer, if y'all didn't already know, which you may not have. So I'm not saying anything by that. So just a little space in between. So I can usually fit about 6 to 8 in here, depending on how big the jalapenos are. Sorry, I'm holding my phone with my hand and doing this with the other, so probably not the best quality. So just make sure they're all spaced like so. Shut the air fryer. Turn it on. Temperature. I put them at 350. Let's see what this is on. For 20 minutes. The first batch I put for 20 minutes and then start, because it has to heat up. Usually the second batch only takes about 15. So I will show you all when these are done. Alright, you guys, so this is fresh out the air fryer, still sizzling. Oh, so good. So you see what I mean? They literally stayed exactly how I made them. Well, that toothpick kind of fell over a little bit, but the cheese doesn't come out. The bacon is perfectly cooked. And I like my bacon a little crispier. Of course, if you want to, you know, keep a closer eye on the air fryer, you can, and take it out before it gets that. I think this is perfect, but you might like it some people like it a little softer. So anyway, all right, well, I will show you the finished meal next. All right, I just wanted to show y'all this halfway through, how good this air fryer does and how sizzling it is. Sorry I fogged you up. I mean, this like gets it done. All right, y'all, I know I said that the next one was gonna be the full food, but the whole meal. Oh my gosh, so delicious. Can't wait to eat these suckers. All right, y'all, here are my mozzarella and spinach stuffed mushrooms. Oh my gosh, those look so good. I did not film how I did these because I was trying to originally make this video really short, but apparently I think it's going to be a little longer than I thought because I just decided to show all the food. But if y'all want to see any of this, just please let me know in the comments, and I will be more than happy to make this for you all beautiful people. All right, y'all. So here is the final meal. Okay, so this watermelon I got today. Sometimes I slice it, sometimes I ball it, and I actually really like it that way. It's not seedless, obviously, but that's okay. So here are the jalapeno poppers that I made and the stuffed mushrooms that I made. And from the last filming of this to now, everybody kind of went inside, and there was like a bunch of barbecue and whatever, and they did give us some, but we had chicken and vegetables and some steak left over, and I just decided, like, for the sake of this video that I should have done it on camera, but I didn't, because I just I didn't want this video to be ultra long, and I already feel like it is. So this kebab is just onion and green pepper and red pepper, and then the chicken is marinated in an orange mandarin sauce. And then this one here, same vegetables, green pepper, red pepper, onion, and this is in a hickory mesquite barbecue sauce. And then my husband's steak, which I think you can see right there, it's a ribeye, and I do his steak the same every single time. I use the Montreal steak seasoning, and then I put it in a Ziploc bag with some Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, whatever. I can't even say it. Worcestershire, does somebody know how to say that? Does anybody know how to say that? Please help me. So, this is our meal for tonight. This is our din-din. So, I'm not a big fan of steak, so that's my husband's. And then we'll share the kebabs and the mushrooms and the poppers. And of course, I shared a lot of the mushrooms and the poppers with our neighbor. And then we've got a little fruit on the side. And that is our meal, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a blessed weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.